What's up, guys? You already know who it is. It's your boy Mike, the one and only CEO, Always Touching Money Incorporated. So, here we are with filling out the civil cover sheet for federal court. I made sure to put the plaintiff, which is my trust, Michael Lane Living Trust, and also my all caps name. And the reason being is because we know last time when I did it with just my trust alone, they try to say, well, oh, you're not a licensed attorney, so you can't represent your trust in the state of Nevada. There's a statute that says that. So I'm going to put my all caps name because, for one, even though the transaction was done under my trust, I still endured some, hardship for them doing what they did with filing the criminal charges. So we know the defendant is CJF Automotive LLC, doing business as Findlay Chevrolet, along with their attorneys. Notice I put on the attorney in fact / authorized representative. Also, I will have a cover sheet showing that I'm moving in my fiduciary capacity. So where it asks for a basis of jurisdiction, I'll put federal question. And then also where it says citizenship of principal parties, I made sure to put a foreign nation. I did not put citizen of this state, citizen of another state, because I don't want them to misclassify me as a citizen. So foreign nation, the fact that I do have a foreign grantor trust EIN, that don't mean that I'm a foreigner, but it means that I'm outside of their jurisdiction, So as far as the nature of the suit, it's in regards to contracts, and I chose other. And then where it says personal property, I put other fraud. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to select multiple options on the nature of the suit, but I felt like it should be an option to be able to, check at least more than one. So if they tell me that I can only choose one, then I'll just have to put my initial for other contract and just do it under other fraud, because there was fraud that was done towards me with the car contract, which I explained to y'all before. They had me sign the bill of sale, the purchase order agreement, the transfer of title, everything, So let's go down here. So we're transferring the case from a different district. It's not in the federal court, so we're transferring to the federal court from the district court, which is the state case, not federal. So even though the federal court is also a district court, we're doing it in the federal building. Okay. Now, where it says demand, I'm demanding $163,045.11. Okay. And it's asking, do I want a jury? And I said yes, because we know that when it comes to court proceedings, if there's no jury or your peers, it's just administrative court, which means it's based off of contracts. So what you agree to and what you don't agree to. So we want a jury of our peers to make sure that I'm heard, and it's not just on a biased approach like the last judge did, and we're gonna just make the decision based off, the jury of the peers, and also from, proof. You know what I'm saying? What can I prove and what can I not prove? What can they prove and what can they not prove? And also I made sure to put the brief description of the cause: retaliatory criminal charges, unjust enrichment, deprivation of property, and punitive damages. And then I also put it as far as the site of the U.S. Civil Statute. I put it under Federal Rules, Civil Procedure 37. And someone who made a video, I forgot bro's name, but he had made a video about that. So I was like, okay, let me go about it that way. And what that does is any as far as me requesting the discovery, if they refuse the discovery, they will have sanctions on their business name if they refuse the discovery, because that's what it falls on for civil procedure. They can't do what they did in district court on the state level, So they will be held accountable if they try to pull the same stunts that they did. So I just thought I'd drop that on y'all as far as how to fill out the civil cover sheet for federal court. And, pray for me, hope that they go ahead and accept it and we can go this thing the right way. Go about this thing the right way, because how they did me in the lower court, I don't appreciate, and I don't think it was fair. They did not act in good faith. She did not live up to her oath, Judge Piper, and we just gonna see what happened. All right, we headed back to the federal building. This is the federal building for federal court in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. I'm headed there to turn in my paperwork that I filled out. Finally got everything filled out, and I'm making sure that they waive the fees for the court costs, because I had a loss of income, as I said it before in one of my previous videos, and we just trying to get everything done correctly. The fact that we're going to be having a jury of our peers to make fair and not impartial decisions on behalf of the case, where there is no conflict of interest or bias approach. So let's just hope and pray everything goes smoothly, okay? So let's head on to it. All right, back in the clerk's office. That's something that I remember. So today, May 13th, is the same day last year when I got arrested when I was in the car dealership. They tricked me to come back to the car dealership after I had them served for breach of contract and sent them a letter of rescission by a private notary. So yeah, we finna file this paperwork today. Everything is filled out. All right, we got the paperwork filed in the clerk of court office. Now all we gotta do is just wait to see what the judges say. I'm gonna come back here and upload some of the exhibits from the previous court hearing in the district court for the state, and let's just hope everything gets approved.